This episode of the Recovery Couch is brought to you by JB Davis at Performance Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. For integrity, service, and unbeatable deals, ask for JB in Centerville and tell them the Recovery Couch sent you. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Recovery Reboot on the Recovery Couch, where we process trauma and we laugh at the absurdity of our healing journey. Because let's be honest, sometimes the line between spiritual growth and full-on sorcery feels a little blurry, if you know what I mean. I'm your host, Brandon Couch, and today's episode is called Step Work or Witchcraft. Let me set the scene. There I was, brand new to recovery, clutching my little 12-step workbook like it was the book of Revelation, when all of a sudden someone looks at me and says, "All right, buddy, it's time for step 4. Cool, bruh. Cool, I told him. I thought that we were going to write a few bullet points. Maybe some light journaling. I don't know, a gratitude list, something chill. Nerp. Turns out it meant that we had to make a fearless and searching moral inventory of ourselves. I'm like, fearless, bro? I got nervous ordering a freaking chicken bowl at Chipotle earlier, dude. So here I go, starting this 4-step thinking like, all right, shit, I got this. I ain't even lying to you, bro. 5 minutes into this, I'm sweating, crying, and wondering if I accidentally joined a coven because the thing's coming out of me. What? Are you shitting me? Hell, I didn't even remember some of them. Where'd this memory from 2nd grade come from? Why am I apologizing to people in my head I haven't seen since '04? At one point, I legit Googled, can soul detoxing cause lower back pain? Because writing that step had me aching like I slept in a stressed position, brother. I ain't even joking, dude. So let's be real. Step 4, it's a powerful step. Terrifying? Yeah, but powerful. It's the part of recovery where you stop pretending you're just a little bit messy and start admitting, like, no, bro, I'm a freaking mess, dog. I've actually been emotionally feral for years. And then you start seeing the patterns, the pride, the fear, the way you picked up survival tools that ended up wounding everyone around you, including yourself. And just when you're convinced you're a hopeless case, God steps right in the middle and says, good, now we can start the real healing. So yeah, maybe it feels like witchcraft because it digs so deep it shakes your soul loose. But here's the good news. Step 4 is not about condemnation, contrary to popular belief. Step 4 is about clarity. It's not about staying stuck in shame. It's about finally looking yourself in the mirror and saying, okay, all right, this is what we're working with here. Now let's do better, and let's do so with grace. Psalm 139 says, search me, O God, and know my heart. Test me and know my anxious thoughts, which is basically step 4 in a nutshell. Not a curse, not a spell, just holy honesty. And the beauty of honesty is it's so hard to come by in this world. So if you're in the middle of step work and wondering if it's supposed to feel like emotional surgery, well, let me tell you, big dog, it is. But healing hurts before it helps. Remember somebody saying one point in time, the truth will set you free, but first it's going to hurt like hell. I want to thank you for hanging out with me on episode 5 of Recovery Reboot. If this episode made you laugh, cry, or throw your step workbook across the room, then you're doing this shit right, bro. That's the good news. And next up, we're doing an episode called, Is This a Trigger or Am I Just Hungry? And until then, stay brave, stay honest, and maybe keep some snacks nearby. This episode of the Recovery Couch is brought to you by Greg Swartz at Remax Victory and Affiliates. Whether you're buying or selling your home, Greg brings heart, hustle, and honesty to every deal. Call Greg at 937-477-8975 today.